when you get so desperate for an argument that you have to have two absolute predators come on to try to defend you, your argument's probably not very good. This is funny. This is good.
America, we see it daily as they relentlessly push their agenda through leftist marketing campaigns. The latest example, Bud Light partnering with trans activist Dylan Mulvaney for March Madness.
Bud Light partnering with a trans person? How dare they? How dare they say, hey, you're a trans person, you exist, you can be part of humanity like the rest of us? How dare them?
Even though Dylan admitted she.
You know, you get Ted Nugent coming out and speaking on this. You know, when you got Ted Nugent coming out, you're really pulling out the big guns. You can go after our children, you can go after our churches, but god damn it, don't touch my beer. It's ridiculous.
Whatever, they had no idea that March Madness had to do with sports. You'd think this is a joke, but it's not. This is a prime example of corporations going woke at all costs.
I don't think it's a joke. It's just having a person on your brand. It's not that it's not that it's not that big of a deal. It's just it's not a deal. Like, it's just a person. It's fine. Everything's gonna be okay.
It's their chief objective, it seems, and I assure you, there is a cost. Watch.
Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today. Let me say something to all you and be as clear and concise as possible.
There was so much bullets, so many gun. Holy cow. Kid Rock's cool.
Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch. Have a terrific day.
So what was clear and concise as possible about that? F Bud Light, F Anheuser-Busch. I guess, but why the silly antics with the gun before that?
Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch, they don't know their own customer base. Speaking of that, joining me now, Motor City Madman.
I assure you, Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch know their customer base. Companies are all about making money. They're all about profit. That's all they care about. They don't care about trans people. They don't care about straight people. They don't care about religious people. They don't care about atheists. They don't care about white people. They don't care about black people. They care about money. Bottom line, that's all they care about. Don't let them fool you. They can have the pride flag or a trans person or a black person. They don't care. They care about money. They're not going to let something cut into their profits before they have done massive amount of research to make sure that it's not going to cut into their profits. Let's continue.
Friend of mine, musician, outdoorsman, badass, patriot, Ted Nugent. Nuge, Motor City Madman, Kid Rock. Yesterday I said Kid Rock for Chief of Staff when we have a Republican president, and how about Ted Nugent for Secretary of Defense? What are your thoughts on what's going on with these leftists?
Well, I'm already performing the ultimate Secretary of Defense responsibility. I defend against stupid and evil, and I think I might have trained Kid Rock.
Are his eyes talking, or is he like where's the sound coming from? I wish I had something that could block out his mouth and just watch his eye. Imagine his eyes are speaking right now. I'll go back just a little bit. Just imagine his eyes are talking. Why is he blinking so much?
Stupid and evil, and I think I might have trained Kid Rock appropriately, because nothing says I love you like a fully automatic.
Do you see? Nothing says I love you like a fully automatic. Okay, let's keep going.
MP5 and 9mm blasting about 600 rounds per minute.
Much
Class
gun.
3 is the story of my life. You know, Eric, the beauty of my life, there's so many things, is that I've never spent 1 red cent on alcohol, but I made sure that my entire crew and my family will never allow any Anheuser-Busch products anywhere near my world. Or now it looks like Jack Daniels has fallen into the same crevasse of stupidity. How could they be that disrespectful and give the middle finger to their core consumer demographic? Can they?
Because their core consumer demographic might be a little bit phobic. Maybe a little bit.
Possibly have a meeting around a table and come to the conclusion that they're going to piss in the face of the people that pay their salaries. This is the epitome of a cultural.
Once again, they didn't do this. They didn't say, hey, you know what? We're going to take a massive profit loss on this, but we got to do it for the transes. We gotta just let it cut into our budget. And then the stockholders were like, you know what? That's fine. As long as it's for the transes, No, this is a calculated decision because the majority of America doesn't care about this. The majority of America doesn't aren't I mean, imagine being so soft and so brittle that you get upset because they have a trans person on a beer commercial. Like, I couldn't even imagine being upset about this. I mean, if they had like Adolf Hitler, the new sponsor of Anheuser-Busch. Yeah, I could see getting up in arms a little bit about that, sure. But just like it's just a transport. Like, it's okay. Not everything's gonna be all right. It's just beer. It's just a person. It's fine. It's okay. We'll keep going.
Deprivation in an ongoing tsunami of cultural deprivation. But I get a kick out of it because good people are still standing our ground. And believe me when I tell you, I just wrapped up a wonderful kicker brunch I have every week with farmers and ranchers and cops and teachers and hardware store operators and energy barons and guitar players and music people. And we stand with Kid Rock's statement that if that corporation, if that industry can be that out of touch and disrespectful to their consumer base, then like Kid Rock said, have a nice day, dirtbags.
Yeah,
Did Kid Rock say that?
rock and roll's behind Kid
I don't think Kid Rock said that.
Rock and country music too. Travis Tritt, look what he tweeted just today. I'll be deleting all Anheuser-Busch products from my tour hospitality rider. I know many other artists who are doing the same. It just begs the question, Anheuser-Busch, big corporation.
I can't imagine it. How do you get so upset about this? Just because a trans person is on a beer can. Like, how do you get they can't have it. It's unacceptable. Okay, well, let's get into it. Obviously, I have some stuff pulled up here at the top. So we have Mr. Kid Rock. Now, you have a trans person that's on a beer commercial. I guess beer is the one part that you just don't touch for these people. But this is what did he say? This is the epitome of cultural deprivation. That was Ted Nugent saying this, but we'll start with Kid Rock. Kid Rock. Okay, so here's his little lyrics here. They highlighted in red. I'm gonna read it verbatim. Kid Rock says, young ladies, I like 'em underage, see? Some say that's statutory, but I say it's mandatory. Kid Rock. These are the people that they're having come in defense for this epitome of cultural deprivation. The one who has a song about young ladies, I like them underage. Some say that's statutory, but I say it's mandatory. It's a little weird, Kid Rock. But let's go to Ted Nugent, the person in who this video is really about. Get out of here. We simply what? No, just give me the lyrics. You know, when God comes in and messes up my stream when I'm trying to make a point, right in the middle of a point that I'm trying to make, it's really annoying. So here's a song by Ted Nugent. It pretty much has one line in the whole song. I'm a predator. You can take that for what you want. But here's the song. I'm a predator. That one thing is for sure. That's one thing for sure. I'm a predator. You better lock your door. I'm a predator. You better lock your door. I'm a predator. Better lock your door. I'm a predator. It's a little weird, Ted Nugent. It's a little bit strange. We'll keep going.
Ted, what in the world? American beer. Yeah, and yet
you don't touch American beer. Can you imagine? Oh my goodness! I just thought of. I mean, could you imagine if like Sig Sauer or Glock or Winchester came out with a trans gun? What if it was a gun that was little, but you can extend it, and it would get turned into a bigger gun, and it just had like a trans person or a pride flag on it? Can you imagine? They would lose their minds. They draw the line at beer. I think the guns would bring on just full on civil war. They couldn't handle it. They would explode. They would implode. hey, Winchester, whatever gun corporation you are, probably don't do that quite yet, because I think that would bring on full civil war. They could not handle it. They could not handle it. Let's keep going.
A customer base? Who are they going after?
Don't try to use logic to figure this stuff out. Don't try to use logic to figure out Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. Don't try to use logic or you have a headache, because there's
What does Joe Biden or Kamala Harris have to do with the beer?
no logic to be found. I'm a guy that celebrates truth, logic, and common sense, much like you, Eric, and all of my friends. And truth, logic, and common sense is kryptonite to our government, to big tech, to the media, to everything leftist, communist, Democrat Party. These people have not only
Leftist, communist, Democrat. Does he not realize that there are three completely separate ideologies? Like, you can't be I mean, I suppose you could be. I'm sure there's a way to make it work to be a leftist, communist, Democrat.
lost their minds, they've lost their souls. And remember,
It's a person on a beer can. What are you talking about?
I'm a big fan of quality beverages. I think a beer is probably better for you than a sugary, nasty drink loaded with things that are bad for you. But I don't drink alcohol. But I have a backstage party every night, and my crew and my band and my friends come. There will never be any Anheuser-Busch or Jack Daniels, because they've gone down the same route. So we, the people who stand for good over evil, we can't just voice it. We've really got to.
Kid Rock, why'd he turn around like that? God. Kid Rock and Ted Nugent, the defenders of culture of cultural not deprivation. We've already went over Kid Rock. There's a lot more problematic lyrics with Kid Rock. Ted Nugent, I'm a predator, I'm a predator, I'm a predator. We're going to go just a little bit longer before we figure out just how disgusting Ted Nugent is and just how desperate you have to be to bring Ted Nugent on to try to defend your morality.
So everybody out there, this is an indicator that you don't support Disney. You don't even support Tractor Supply. Eric, they supported a drag queen event in Waco where these perverted monsters were singing, "We like it," singing to children, Eric. "We like it when you kiss me where I pee." And an outfit like Tractor Supply supports this, so we don't do business.
Two things. I can't speak on this event because I don't know about this event, but if that event happened, then yeah, that's bad. You probably shouldn't say that around children. Not probably. You definitely shouldn't say that around children. That's weird. Don't do that. Okay.
With these people, and we call the headquarters and we let them know that we don't do business with them, and we tell them that nobody we know will do business with them. So I'd like to think that the response to this will be appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, it's important.
It's going to be appropriate in regards to how it's affecting their bottom line, and that's it. If they're making more money supporting the transes, they're going to keep on doing it. If they're not, they'll drop them in a minute. Believe, it's all about money. They don't care.
For people like you, Ted, and Kid Rock and others step up, because young people look up to you. They aspire to be Ted Nugent and Kid Rock. And when you're saying, stop, this is not right. We don't agree with this. Not necessarily it's wrong, but we don't agree with it. That's how you move the needle. It's not people saying boycott this or boycott that. That doesn't work. It's when aspirational characters and celebrities and important people, really influencers like yourselves, step up and say, we don't agree with this. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine Anheuser-Busch boardroom right now. Or,
oh my God, this is so crazy. Am I missing something? Did the person in this, did the trans person? I mean, I have no idea who this is. I don't follow TikTok or whatever. Did this person like murder, like blow up an orphanage, and then Budweiser decided to put them on their can, or are they literally just a trans person that exists? Am I missing something? If I'm missing something, let me know.
as you point out, Disney boardroom.
Maybe this person's awful and it has nothing to do with the fact that they're trans, but they haven't mentioned any of that.
Or over the summer Major League Baseball boardrooms, they must be scratching their head. Final thought.
Well, I don't think they are scratching their heads. If they make decisions this putrid, this wrong, this toxic, then they've got no
This profitable.
brain matter to scratch. So we, the people who know better, we got to be careful that anybody relies on a celebrity.
Putrid, wrong, and toxic for having a trans person on a beer can? Am I missing something?
For guidance in life. But when a celebrity or anybody in your family, your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, your coworkers, people at church and school, if they make a point and they can support it with evidence that is believable and well-founded, that's when you should be an influencer. Because unfortunately, Eric, we see a lot of toxic individuals being influencers nowadays. So truth, logic, and common sense should always be the wind beneath our wings.
Okay, I just got to point this out. He said it many times. Truth, logic, and common sense are three completely different things. You can have something that is logical, but that is not true. You can have something that is true, but not really logical. And you can also, common sense, I'm not even going to throw in there. Common sense is exactly what it sounds like. It's common. It's common sense. It's not correct sense or well thought out sense or scientific evidence sense. It's common sense. That has nothing to do with truth. Just throw that out completely. Truth and logic, obviously they go hand in hand, but you can think of something that seems illogical, but nonetheless it's true. Just had to point that out real quick.
And that's how it is in my world and your world too. And by the way, from my world to your world, it's one and the same. A salute to you, Eric, because you stand up for all the good stuff. It's good over evil. It's that simple.
Ted Nugent, always good having you on, my friend.
Okay, so let's get into Ted Nugent and how desperate these people must be to bring him on to defend their moral position here. Ted Nugent, allegations of underage sex with a 12-year-old against him. Ted Nugent writing jailbait. We're going to go through and see what Ted Nugent has to say. Jailbait, you look so good to me. Jailbait, won't you set me free? Jailbait, you look so fine. I know I've got to have you in a matter of time. Well, I don't care if you're just 13. You look too good to be true. I know that you're probably clean. There's one little thing I gotta do to you. You look so good to me. You look so good to me. So tell your mama I'm back in town. She likes us boys when it's time to get down. She's got this craving for the underage. I just might be your mama's brand new rage. And you can go on from there. All right, baby. It's quite all right if I asked your mama. Wait a minute, officer. Don't put those handcuffs on me. Put them on her, and I'll share her with you. Jailbait. Jailbait. Ted Nugent. So Ted Nugent, the song Jailbait. Ted Nugent, the allegations of 12-year-old, we'll just say non-consensual sex with a minor. A whole song that literally is just stating that he's a predator. He's just like, I'm a predator. I don't know what you want me to do about it. We got Kid Rock here with the young ladies. I like them under HC. Some say it's statutory, but I say it's mandatory. These are the people that they're bringing in because a trans person came on a beer can. If you ask me, which one is way, 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 way more disgusting? It's these two that they brought on. What's so bad about having a trans person on a beer can? What's so bad? Like, name one bad thing about it. This is ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous. Ted Nugent and Kid Rock are disgusting people. And they're the ones that they decide to bring on about the transes coming to push the leftist, communist, Democrat agenda. It's ridiculous. These people are disgusting. You have to be so desperate to bring these people on. All right, I'm out.